Hey guys, Schmucksaldo7 here again, but you can call me Chip, and I am back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be reacting to and reviewing the newest update for Fire Emblem Heroes. The very first update for 2024. Very, very cool. Yeah, so this is an update video, so like normal, if y'all are just here for the weapon refines, you can go into the time bar or the description and skip right ahead. That is completely cool. But if you watch the entire video, I would very much appreciate that. I'm recording this basically right after the Rearmed Reinhardt banner review, so again, 2 videos today, very, very cool. But yeah, let's just get into this. The overall stuff, very cool. There's Reinhardt. So the overall stuff first, like normal, and then we will get into the weapon refines. The new remixes, Legendary Corrin and Legendary Lilina, very nice. Let's go. Negating Fang 2. Reduces damage from foes' attacks by 40% after special trigger. Oh, reduces damage from foes' first attacks by 40%. After special triggers, unit's next attack deals damage equal to 40% of unit's attack. Boost resets at the end of combat. If foe has the attacks twice effect, grants special cooldown count -2 to unit after first special trigger per combat. Wow, okay, so if they have the Brave effect, I assume that also means like the triangle attack Brave effect. She gets the damage reduction from both hits because the special cooldown count -2 immediately, or it goes -2 immediately. That's very, very cool. Definitely helps her survivability. The Brave effect was probably the thing that hit her the hardest. But yeah, Guard 4 for her B slot. I think she can probably make use of better B skills than Guard 4, but I mean, she gets it for free. So if you want to make use of that, that's pretty good. But like the new B skills from like Brave Corrin, or like even Dragon Wall, those are probably better to use for her. But either way, pretty nice. Now Legendary Lilina, Gifted Magic 2. Before combat, this unit initiates. Foes in an area near target take damage equal to unit's attack minus foe's defense or res. After combat, if unit special triggered, grants Canto 1 to unit and allies within 3 rows or 3 columns, centered on unit for 1 turn. Wow, okay. Granted even if unit's HP reaches 0. So that's very nice. Giving Canto to her allies even if she just gets knocked out in the process. That's very helpful. I don't think like the actual AoE special really changed too much. I don't know if it targeted defense and res before, but if it didn't, that's pretty cool. If it did, then that's still pretty cool. Either way. Sabotage AR3, that's pretty nice. I believe her res is pretty high, so pretty good, pretty good. Pretty nice remixes right there. The new ephemera codes, having Naomi, very nice. I am a big fan of her as a Sacred Stones fan, and I also just really like Naomi. And then also Pledgian Raphael. He has a pretty neat bow, if I remember correctly. Very nice. And then I think Summer Donald. I think that was the summer one. Very nice. And then Etier. I know, well, at least for me, I haven't been able to see Etier like at all. She just doesn't want to show up when summoning colorless, but hopefully this month will give all the ephemera codes needed to get maybe the extra, that for me at least, that'd be nice. The weapon refines this time around, I actually don't have like many of these units. I only have Kyria, Young Minerva, and Ferdinand. And the rest, like always, I will have them listed. Not a big deal. We will get to that when we get to that. Very cool. New Mementos events. They're always very cute. Mementos events is like not the craziest game mode, but it does give pretty decent orb count. I think like at least 12 orbs, which is pretty nice. Ether Raids getting a upgrade to the catapult. Very cool. New songs as well. Favor level increasing for Summoner's Duels. And then Saizo and Fargus getting added to the Grail pool. Oh, and something with Azura Hitari duet, not equipping accessories correctly. Whatever, that's fine. Very nice. Overall stuff is pretty okay. Honestly, for like ephemera codes, like without bias, these aren't too crazy. There are a lot of better bows nowadays, and Naomi Probably isn't as much of a fan favorite as she is for me personally, but either way, very cool. And then some solid remixes as well. Very, very nice. Now, without further ado, we can get into the weapon refines themselves. So let's, instead of the 3 I do have, let's start with the ones I don't have. Legendary Korin is first. Accelerate special trigger cooldown common is 1, of course. If foe's range equals 2, grants damage, calculates damage using the lower defense or res, that's the dragon stuff. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, grants spectrum plus 5 to unit. Grants special cooldown charge plus 1 per unit's attack, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 7. A static 7 during combat. And then the first attack normally, okay. So that pairs very well with like her new negating thing. Very solid. At the start of turn 1, if foe's attack can trigger unit special, grant special cooldown count -2. Oh, that's right. Her B slot is normally Shield Pulse, I think. So, if you needed Shield Pulse before to make better use of negating Fang, now you don't need that with this weapon refine. You could also, probably, like I said, instead of the Guard 4 that she just got for free, you can make use of, like, better B skills for, like, dragon-specific ones. I feel like she would benefit more from those. But they didn't want to make her too overpowered, probably, by giving free busted dragon B skills. So Guard 4 is what they went with. But either way, if you have a legendary Korin, then very, very cool. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grant spectrum plus 4 to unit during combat, neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat, and reduces damage from attacks during combat and from area effect specials by 30%, and restores 7 HP to unit after combat. Very, very nice. Makes her survivability go way up. You can make very good use of that B skill, whether it's for damage reduction stuff or for boosting her attack power. Legendary Korin definitely gets a pretty solid buff from that. Very cool. Layla is the next one I have listed. So let's see. Grants speed plus 3. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed plus 5 to unit during combat, and deals damage equal to 10% of unit speed. Very nice. And also, if unit speed is greater than foe speed, or the unit is within 2 spaces of unit's support partner, if any, foe cannot counterattack. Okay, so speed-based... Oh, it's wind sweep. Okay, I guess. And then... but I guess you don't even need the speed if you have your support partner nearby. If unit initiates combat and unit is within 2 spaces of support partner, unit and support partner swap spaces after combat. If unit is within 2 spaces or more of more than one support partner, swap does not occur. So yeah, very nice. At the start of turn, inflicts speed defense -6 and discord on closest foes within 5 spaces, and any foe within 2 spaces of those foes through their next actions. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, it grants attack speed plus 5 and special cooldown charge plus 1 to unit per attack during combat. Only highest value applied. And after combat, if unit initiated combat and attacked, deals 7 damage to target and foes within 2 spaces of target. So yeah, that pairs very well with the fact that they can't counterattack with her support partner nearby. You can make use of like Valoria or someone like that, where you can basically fire off lethality like immediately. Very good, very, very good. Yeah, I don't really see Layla too much anymore in Ether raids, but there are definitely people who still use her, and that is a very, very good weapon refine that can make use of that as well. Especially with what's it called, the Disarm Trap 4 now available, making dagger units pretty solid. Very, very nice. So let's get rid of those, and let's go with Minerva next. Minerva, young Minerva, being one of like the better free units that we've ever gotten. Yeah, so let's see. Accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1, of course. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, grant spectrum plus 4 to unit and inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack during combat, and restore 7 HP to unit after combat. Very nice. At start of turn, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed +6, and the following status to unit and allies within 2 spaces for 1 turn. Grant special cooldown charge +1 per attack during combat. That's very nice, very good for allies. If unit is within 3 spaces of an ally, grant special +4 to unit, and neutralizes effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks, and effects that prevent units follow-up attacks during combat. Wow, yeah, pretty solid. Being nearby allies with, what's it called, null follow-up, very nice. A lot of boosts, as well as boosting her allies. Pretty good, very, very solid. Very nice. I guess we can go with Kyria next. Mirage Rod. Kyria has always been like one of the units that is like weirdly bulky, even like with just this base effect being not that big or not that much. And yeah, I also believe Kyria is the last refine we have for Tokyo Mirage sessions, so it'd be cool if we got more units from that game. But this is fine for now, I guess. Grants attack +3, inflicts attack res -6 on foes within 2 spaces during combat. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack and reduces damage from foes' follow-up attack by 75%. Wow. So the fact that she's pretty slow doesn't really mean anything because she gets her guaranteed follow-up attack and also reduces damage by 75% on the follow-up. That's crazy. At start of turn, inflicts attack res -6 and sabotage on foes within 3 columns or 3 rows centered on unit through their next action. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at the start of combat, inflicts attack and res -5 on foe during combat. Deals damage equal to 15% of unit's attack and restores 7 HP to unit after combat. Wow, yeah, they're making her even bulkier. Like, she was already, like, weirdly bulky with just this, but that just makes her kind of crazy. Paired with the sabotage and then lowering their attack a lot, it's pretty solid. And, like, mine's, what, +1? Plus attack, she already has 63 attack. Lowering the foe's res even more, that just makes her extremely powerful. Wow, that's really good. Very, very cool. Kyria definitely did very well for this one. Before we get into the last one of the unit I do have, let's cover the last 2 of the ones I don't have. This is Legendary Lilina. Accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1, of course. At start of turn, if special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grant special cooldown count -1 to unit. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack res +6 to unit during combat, and disables unit and foes skills that change attack priority. I don't know if the normal Legendary Lilina weapon has that, but that's pretty solid. The attack priority change is very nice. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack res +5 to unit during combat. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Unit deals damage equal to 15% of unit's res, and reduces damage from foes' first attacks during combat by 30%. Wow, yeah, no, that's pretty solid. She can definitely make use of Remote Mirror, but I think like Still Water is probably better for her, like making use of her attack stat and then an AoE special. Either way, run her how you like. She definitely got a huge buff with this update, so that's very nice. And now Young Merrick. Accelerate special trigger cooldown count -1, of course, at effective against flying foes, that's right. If bonus is active on unit, or if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 50%, at start of combat, grants attack speed +5 to unit during combat, neutralizes effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks, and effects that prevent units follow-up attacks during combat, and deals damage equal to 15% of unit's speed. Very cool. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack speed +5 to unit, neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit, and neutralizes foes' bonuses to speed and res during combat. And also, when unit special triggers, neutralizes foes' reduced damage by X% effects from foes' non-special skills. Wow, okay. So neutralizing non-special damage reduction is really good. The lull speed res is very nice. Yeah, no, if y'all have Young Merrick and y'all use him, like, effectively, then he's pretty solid. I know not a lot of people probably use him all that much, but to the people who do, this is definitely a really solid buff. Very, very nice. And now, last but not least, let's get into Ferdinand von Ayer himself. Stout Heart Lance. Very, very cool. Before, he only had like the Vanguard, so it was just defense +7 on enemy phase. But now this is pretty solid. Pretty stout difference. Pretty cool. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants Spectrum plus X to unit during combat. X equals current penalty on each of those stats times 2, plus 4. For example, if unit has a -7 penalty to attack, grants attack plus 18. Wow. Okay, very nice. I think that's the Plegian weapons, the ones that did that. So that's very cool. And the following effects will occur based on unit's HP at the start of combat. If unit's HP is greater than or equal to 50%, unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. If unit's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, deals +7 damage during combat as well. Wow, that's very solid. Very nice. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants Spectrum +4 to unit, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40%, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack during combat. And also restores 7 HP to unit after combat. Yeah, they definitely increased his survivability as well. HP based effects is very cool. Definitely make proper use of that. I wish Marissa had that. Her HP is really good. But wow, yeah, that's definitely a huge buff from the Vanguard Lance from before. Yeah, wow, very, very cool. Very solid buff for Ferdinand von Ayer. Yeah, wow, this batch of weapon refines was all really solid. Corrin's was crazy. Merrick's was pretty solid. Kyria's was awesome. So all the people out there with built up units of those, I know a lot of people probably have a built up Young Minerva. Like huge buff, and congrats to y'all. Very, very nice. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about this update. It was a pretty decent one. The weapon refines was the main deal for it. The overall stuff was nice, but still, very, very cool. And yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. But until then, goodbye.